Honestly, yeah. This is one of the fucking better Castlevanias. But unlike most of us Castlevania fans, I bet you didn't know that Super Castlevania 4 is a remake of the original Castlevania. That's why, if you notice, some of the stages in Super Castlevania 4 are almost identical to Castlevania, especially the opening intro with Simon Belmont doing his thing with the fucking whip. That's almost the same intro they had in the original Castlevania. Same exact intro. That's why it looks identical to Castlevania. Because this game is a remake, and I just killed myself, didn't I? Yeah. Whatever. I'm not. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, no. I'll even show it to you. Book. Super Castlevania. With so many changes and improvements, including on a larger map design, this remake of Castlevania NES can altogether be considered a brand new game. This game tones down the control difficulty somewhat compared to other series titles at the time, and features an increased number of scenes that utilize unique terrain mechanics. It's pretty cool how this is a remake of this game. That's sick. You look at they're identical. I only can take so much for Castlevania 4. Only reason is I've only beaten it like 4 or 5 times on the Super NES Classic Mini. Well, switch over to this, the music's different. I love how they do that. Yeah, I've beaten Super Castlevania 4 so many fucking times on the Super NES Classic Mini. I will beat it eventually, I haven't beaten this one nearly as much. I've only sat down and played these two a few times, and those a few times, but I haven't officially beaten those games by beating Super Castlevania 4 and Bloodlines. Oh, Bloodlines New Generation. Numerous times as well, but not these three or these two. You know, you can get this one as a remake for the Wii, which is interesting. What are you gonna say? Hold on. Advanced settings, display. No, it actually says. It says it in the bonus book. It's not inspired. No. It says it right in the book. I read it to you. Oh my fuck, guys. Where is it? It says it right there. With so many changes and improvements, including a larger map design, this remake of Castlevania NES can altogether be considered a brand new game. It says remake. It may be a new game for the Super Nintendo, but it's a remake. Some of the bosses and layout of the stages are different, but they're all still considered identical, hence why it's called a remake. They only changed some of the stages. They kept most of the original stages from the original game, but they added new stages and new bosses. But they kept it almost identical to the original game, which is why it says remake. If it was a brand new game or inspired as a new game, it would not have remake in the information. And it says Castlevania Resurrected for the Super NES. And the Castlevania... Oh my god. I love people like you. And the Castlevania NES, Simon could only lash his whip forward, but this title offers much more freedom. Latch onto a hook to swing across from gaps, or surprise enemies with a whip attack at their feet. When you have the whip laid out across the ground, you can strike multiple times by mashing the directional buttons. It is to a remake. It says it right there in the fucking info. Read. Fucking read it yourself. It says it right there. With so many changes and improvements, including a larger map design, this remake of Castlevania NES. Remake of Castlevania. They wanted to call it a remake if they didn't put it in the fucking book. You can say it, you can tell me no all you fucking want. It says remake right in the information. And I know other people are gonna agree with me. It says remake in the information. Don't say it's not when it says it right there. This is an official game by Konami. Konami would not have put that information in there if it wasn't a remake. Don't tell me no. Try telling no to Konami. I'm not the one that made this fucking game. Konami made this. Konami put the information together. Not me. Not anyone else. Konami. So don't tell me no. Try telling that to Konami. Because Konami will put you fucking down so quick. It wouldn't say Konami wouldn't have put remake in the information if Super Castlevania 4 wasn't considered a remake of the original Castlevania. The game starts up the same way as Castlevania. Yes, there are different stages, but a lot of the stages they kept from the original game. And a lot of the bosses they kept as well. The only difference is they improved on the movement mechanics, the whip mechanics, and they improved on some of the original stages. And added some new stages. That's the only difference they fucking did. Other than that, it's a remake. You can say whatever you want. Hell, look at that. I'll even start the game. Because Super Castlevania 4 starts out the same way as Castlevania. Same way. Only difference is the music is different. But it starts out the same way. Then what? No, don't fucking tell me something. Don't tell me different. Don't tell me differently of something I know for a fact when it says it right in the fucking book. Castlevania starts out the same way as Super Castlevania. Yeah, bye-bye. Don't tell me differently when I know my shit. When I read up on this shit. It says it right in the bonus book. Konami made this game. Konami put the information out. Not me, not anyone else. Konami did. They wouldn't have put it in this information if it wasn't true otherwise. Like, for real. It says it right there. Right there. Remake of Castlevania. How about you hop off my shit? Honestly, if you got nothing but disrespect about what I say about this, or about my information, because it's true, if you got nothing but disrespect, why don't you leave? Just go. Just go. I'm not gonna deal with the disrespect on my fucking live stream. I'm not. It says it right there. This remake of Castlevania. Konami would not have put out that info if it wasn't true. So don't take it up with me, take it up with Konami. And honestly, I hate gamers like you, I really do, who thinks they know they're right and know everything. You're not right all the time. You don't know everything. Don't assume that you are right 100% of the time. Don't. Because that bonus book just put what you know to shame. And it debunked your information. It is not inspired. It's a remake of the original Castlevania. Yeah, hop off my shit. Go watch someone else. Because I hate gamers like you. I honestly do. You think you are right all the fucking time. You think you know everything. You think you're better than everyone. You think you're right. You think you're better than me. You're not. I wouldn't have called it a remake if I hadn't read that fucking bonus book. That was the first thing I did before I touched any of the games, is read that bonus book to see what they have for any story or any information behind any of the Castlevania games that was released for this anniversary collection that Konami put out. So Konami made the bonus book. They wouldn't have called Super Castlevania 4 a remake if it wasn't true. Gamers like you need a fucking reality check, like seriously. Gamers like you honestly shouldn't game at all. That's your way of thinking. You shouldn't. Because gamers like you ruin games for gamers like me. You do. You really do. You ruin gaming for gamers like me. You really do. You really do. You ruin gaming for gamers like me. You really do. There's no need for how you guys think or act. There really isn't. So until you can prove otherwise, that is not a remake. Don't say it's inspired until you can prove otherwise. Until you can prove to me that it was an inspired game, Don't come at me saying it's not a remake until you can prove otherwise. And if you can't prove to me that it's not a remake, don't give me false, don't fucking put out false information. Don't. Because there's no need for false information. Until you can prove to me that Super Castlevania 4 is an inspired game, don't fucking give me information that is false until you can prove to me that your information is true. Because I'm gonna keep going by that information booklet until you can prove to me otherwise that Super Castlevania is not a remake and instead an inspired game. If you can't prove that to me, don't give me false information. Because that's all you have is anyone that comes at me with information like that is false. It is a remake. I'm sorry, but any information you come at me with other than that is false information. I don't know where anyone gets the information like that, but I sat down and read that entire booklet before I touched any of these games. And I'm going to keep going by what that book says until someone can prove me wrong otherwise. And if you can't come up with better information and even more correct information than that, don't come at me with false information. Because I will put you to shame every fucking time. And prove gamers like you are wrong. Thinking that you know everything, that you're right all the time. Nah. You're not right all the time. You're not better than anyone else. Gamers like you make gaming bad for gamers like me. I hate gamers who think they're right 100% of the time, that know everything when you don't. You don't know everything. Seriously, gamers like you ruin gaming for gamers like me. You seriously do. And honestly, Super Castlevania 4 is not the best Castlevania game out there. Yeah, it's a fun game, but it's not the best Castlevania. That may be your opinion, but in my opinion, that's not the best Castlevania. In fact, I love all Castlevania games equally, because they're all fun in their own ways. Well, actually, I think Castlevania X or Rondo of Blood is a little better than Super Castlevania 4, honestly. Bastard. Spawning there. Not killing me. So, Tommy, don't come at me with false information so you can prove me wrong otherwise. And if you can't, I'm gonna go by what Konami put out for information for their games. And I'm going to until you can prove me wrong. And if you can't prove me wrong, do not ever come at me with false information and with how you thinking that you know everything, that you are right, regardless of whatever information that I know or Konami has put out. Do not come at me with false information like that, and do not come at me with that attitude ever again, because I do not appreciate shit like that on my live streams. And hell, I've probably been gaming a lot longer than you have been. I was probably even gaming when you were still a twinkle in your father's eye. Come on, you bastard. Nope. No. No. Ooh. Hey, no. Fucking owls. No. Past that part. Up or down? Which way should I go? Up or down? I shouldn't really sing that song because it's technically a really, really dark and racist song. Because instead of tiger, it's, well, N-word. Yeah. Us white people back in the day weren't exactly the nicest people. I'm glad we wising up. Not completely, but better than what we used to be. Which path should I choose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, Hey, fucking bird. I don't like that. I don't like that. Nope. Nope. You can explode on your own damn time. Go away. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Go away. Ah! You keep following me. Thank you. Go away. Hey. Dick. Like that. Oh. Ah, fuck off. You bastard. Help? No, damn. Oh.